Good morning. My name's Tom Dyke. I'm the author of Mama Moves In. That's a book about elder care in your home. Not in a rest home, not in your parents' home, but in your home. And it's based on the 5.5 years that my mom lived with my wife and me. She moved in with us when she was 84, and she passed away when she was 90. I'm going to give you a couple of little treats from the book, freebies if you will. The first one is a quick checklist that you can use every morning, and I urge you to use it every morning. It's a way to make sure that your loved one is still functioning properly. And I got this list out of I believe it was the American Society on Strokes. So I'm going to read this one to you, and it's very brief. Do it every morning. Quick checklist. 1. Check all the edges. That's the feet and the knees and the hips and the shoulders and the hands and the elbows and the buttocks. Ask your loved one to stick out their tongue. Ask them to repeat after you. The lazy brown fox jumped over the big blue duck. Ask them to smile for you. Ask them to wink at you with each eye. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. You can prevent it. You can't prevent it if you don't detect it. And this takes less than a minute to do. Do it every morning, first thing. Now, I'm going to move over to the rewards of elder care. These are those memories that you'll take with you after it's all over with, and sometimes you'll think back about them during the process too. So, this is from Chapter 6, titled "The Rewards of Elder Care." First, what you have read in the preceding chapters is focused on the challenges of elder care giving. But that is not the whole story. The rewards can far outweigh the challenges. Time demands, emotional demands, resource demands, and physical demands. Now, here's a series of things that happened to me, and I'm sure they will happen to you too. First, when your loved one recognizes your help with getting dressed, or bathing, or eating, or cleaning up after a disaster, and gives you that certain look, that little smile of acknowledgement that speaks without a spoken word, your heart will soar. When you realize that you have given your time unselfishly for several days when your loved one is sick and needs all of your attention, the feeling ranks up there with the time you won a trophy for winning that race as a kid or that tournament as an adult. Another one, when your frustration morphs into anger, but you hold your tongue, you will feel triumph over your emotional self that can and does lash out to hurt others in retribution for your own lack of emotional control. Another, when you change an adult diaper full of you-know-what, without saying a word, thinking about all of your baby diapers that your loved one changed when you were a child, you will feel the satisfaction of repaying an old debt. When you look around the house at the devices on the doors, that's the locking devices, lines that will lash certain cabinets closed that you don't want them to gain entry to and what have you. The cabinets and the refrigerator, and you know you're keeping your loved one safe from others as well as herself. You will recognize a job well done. Another, when your guests have left the house and your loved one tells you what a great time she had, you will know that for just a little while your loved one has escaped the persistence of old age. When you make your loved one that special meal, the one she has always enjoyed the most, you can reminisce about all of the wonderful meals you ate at her table. And when you push that wheelchair to the car, load your loved one and stow the chair, drive to the mall and unload the chair, and seat your loved one and then stroll her by all of the windows so she can see the Christmas decorations, the mall's huge Christmas tree, and the young folks shopping for all those gifts they will give, and then return home, you will know that you have knocked a hole in the boredom that old folks experience just about every day. When you see that look of engrossed joy as your loved one looks on at a small child that has crawled up next to her on the couch, you'll no longer take for granted what a blessing our children are. When you persist and resist the constant demands urged by the old habits of your loved one, whether it's for smoke or for alcohol or for food or for anything else it might be, you can remember the times that your loved one helped you overcome your tendencies to develop bad habits and encouraged you to develop good character. And when that final day comes, you will be able to put that old, used-up body and mind to rest with a smile of fulfillment, knowing that you have satisfied that unspoken bond between parent and child. Goodbye, Mama Just. I love you. Now, if you have an interest in finding out more about Mama Moves In and the research tools, as well as buying the book and the tools, just go to www.mamamovesin.com. Thank you.